Hello everyone, ready for your next addictive run? Today we're diving into the absolute best roguelikes and roguelites hitting PC and consoles in 2026 and 2027. Gear up, grab some snacks, and let's check out these incredible upcoming games. First is Into the Unwell, a chaotic 3D action roguelite that looks like a rubber hose 1930s cartoon on a wild bender. You play as depressed, cartoonish animals smacking weird enemies like angry trash cans and hot sauce bottles, using lollipops and mop spears. The rubber hose combat lets you throw heavy punches, kick stuff into bad guys, and bring a friend along in co-op. As we look forward to its release, expect pure slapstick mayhem when you dive in.
Foolish enough to challenge me.
Next up is ReVamp, a gothic castle defense roguelike where you play as Dracula defending your lair from annoying human heroes. You get to craft your fortress room by room, set up deadly choke points, and spawn armies of skeletons, rats, and harpies. But you aren't just sitting back. You can fly into battle yourself to personally smack knights around with blood magic. With playtests kicking off soon, keep your eyes on this one to prove that property management is the ultimate nightmare.
Night after night. For all eternity.
Next up is Tenjutsu, a fast-paced martial arts roguelite created by the lead designer behind Dead Cells. You play as a renegade yakuza beating up 4 criminal syndicates to free your city. The cool twist? You can tackle the gangs in whatever order you want. Just keep in mind that whichever bosses you save for last get stronger and harder to beat. Between runs, you'll unlock shortcuts, open up shops, and upgrade your dojo. It looks brutal, stylish, and ready to kick serious butt when it drops.
This bloke's gone insane. This plan sounds impossible.
Next up is 4 Loop, a 4-player co-op shooter designed to give Risk of Rain fans absolute brain rot. You and your squad jump into procedurally generated levels to fight off massive alien invasions. The real fun comes from the loot. Alien drops combine into totally unhinged, screen-clearing weapon synergies, ensuring no 2 runs feel the same. It's fast, absurdly chaotic, and promises total multiplayer mayhem. Keep this one on your radar for when it finally drops.
Trust me, the voice in my head hasn't been wrong yet. From now on, nothing is impossible.
Next up is Freaked Fleapit, a rhythm-based dungeon crawler that feels like Crypt of the Necrodancer crashed a wild anime party. You play as a dead guy with a talking necktie stapled to his chest, hopping to a heavy beat to dodge hellish monsters. When you aren't clearing rooms to the rhythm, you're forced to date the unhinged demon ladies running the afterlife. Since this bizarre musical is still in development, expect absolute chaos, killer tunes, and hilarious date sim horrors when it drops. Next up is Shark Dentist, a terrifying roguelike where you step into the worst job in the world, fixing a giant shark's teeth. Inspired by Jaws and Buckshot Roulette, you have to treat randomly generated cavities while keeping your hungry patient sedated. One wrong move or slip of the drill and you're instantly become the shark lunch. It's tense, delightfully absurd, and as we wait for its launch, you can expect pure nightmare fuel, because who needs a paycheck that badly?
Or die trying.
Next up is Erosion, a slick twin-stick shooter roguelite with a wild time travel mechanic. You're diving into dangerous dungeons to save your kidnapped daughter, but there's a catch. Every 3 times you die, the clock jumps forward 10 whole years. As decades pass, your past choices dramatically alter the world outside, turning small farms into massive towns or desolate ruins. With snappy laser combat, dynamic destructible environments, and a release set for 2027, this dynamic adventure is shaping up to be an absolute blast. Next up is Demon Bluff, a single-player roguelike deck builder that brings the paranoia of Among Us straight into card combat. Evil demons have infiltrated your village and disguised themselves as your friendly card allies. Your job is to investigate, spot the bluffs, and slay the hidden monsters, all while avoiding the literal lies baked into your deck. With over 100 cards to draft and endless modes to master, keep your eye on this one if you enjoy trust issues served with a side of high-stakes strategy. Next up is Rogue Soulstone, a fast-paced action roguelite where you play as a void hunter beating up cosmic horrors to stop an evil god. You'll collect magical soul stones to unlock totally broken power combos, though using all that dark power slowly makes your hero lose their mind. You can tackle the chaos solo or bring your friends into online co-op for full glass cannon runs. It's fast, deeply customizable, and lets you accidentally become the very monster you were trying to kill. Next up is Swords and Slippers, a cheeky hack-and-slash roguelite where classic fairy tales get a seriously dark, scandalous makeover. You play as rebellious princesses laying absolute beatdowns on evil stepmothers, combining fast-paced swordplay, deck-building cards, and dating sim drama. When you aren't dicing up bad guys, you're flirting with fierce warriors to keep things spicy. Get ready to kick some fairy tale butt and score a hot date while doing it. Next up is Armatus, a hyperkinetic third-person action roguelite set in a completely wrecked version of Paris. Created by the team behind Godfall, you play as a masked warrior summoned to blast through demons using a mix of modern guns, melee moves, and supernatural powers. Every run takes you down a shifting path of randomized rooms and chaotic builds to rescue the city. Keep this one on your radar for when it drops, because the game looks incredibly good.
What are you?
Next up is A Simple Life with My Unobtrusive Sister, a unique blend of a cozy life sim and real-time dungeon crawling. You play as Kuroha, an alchemist diving into the dangerous abyss to find a cure for your adopted sister's illness. By day, you dodge monsters to loot rare alchemy ingredients, and by night, you use those items to level up your bond at home. It's a surprisingly fluid action roguelite with cute pixel art, and you can jump into the demo before its full launch. Next up is KingFish, an asymmetric co-op roguelite where you and a friend manage a kingdom built on the back of a giant swimming fish. One player acts as the eye-in-the-sky Leviathan, placing buildings, managing resources, and casting support spells from above. Meanwhile, the other player plays as the king on the ground, hacking through monsters and bossing around villagers in real-time combat. The game is a super unique mix of action and city building. Next up is Guildrun, a PvE roguelike auto-battler where you assemble a squad of fantasy heroes and let them beat the absolute snot out of monsters on hex grids. Since combat happens automatically, all your brainpower goes into picking from 25 heroes, 180 specializations, and hundreds of items to build completely broken team comps. It's deep, super satisfying, and since it's slated for full launch later this year, you can jump into the newly dropped Steam demo right now.
With fungal foes and mountains of...
Next up is Shroom and Gloom, a quirky deck builder where you dive into a bizarre fungus-filled dungeon. What makes it stand out is its double deck mechanic. You build one deck for intense card battles and a whole second deck just for exploring rooms. Oh, and forget blocking. Here, you survive by literally seasoning, roasting, and eating your enemies for health. With its early access launch right around the corner, keep your eyes peeled for this deliciously weird mushroom adventure.
Fight to reach the gloom one move at a time. Every decision matters. Every card could be the difference between victory.
Next up, we have Enter the Gungeon 2, the long-awaited sequel to the legendary bullet hell roguelite. Ditching the classic pixel art for a shiny new 3D look, you'll dodge roll through procedurally generated halls packed with wild new guns, wacky items, and cute yet deadly enemies. Since this one is still in development, expect fresh hero rosters, wild weapon synergies, and plenty of table-flipping mayhem when it hits PC and Switch 2. Next up is Crimson Moon, a dark hybrid action game that mixes roguelike run loops with third-person, Souls-inspired melee combat. You play as a half-human, half-angel warrior, clearing mission zones to earn loot, unlock perks, and pop angel mode for superpowered chaos. It brings third-person swordplay without the punishing rage quits, adding difficulty tweaks, generous revives, and optional co-op mode. It's fast, stylish, and perfect for beating up demons with a friend. Next up is Warhammer Survivors, the ultimate crossover where the creators of Vampire Survivors bring their horde-slaying chaos to the Warhammer universe. Instead of whipping vampires, you're wielding chainswords and bolt guns to vaporize endless swarms of angry orcs, ratmen, and tyranids. You can play as iconic heroes like Space Marines, evolve your weapons, and even throw a pot of paint at your enemies. It's fast, incredibly loud, and lets you purge screen-clearing waves of alien scum and glorious pixel art. Next up is Wanderburg, a bullet hell roguelite where you pilot a giant rickety medieval castle on wheels. Imagine Vampire Survivors, but instead of a hero, you're a top-heavy stone fortress drifting across battlefields at top speed. Steering the castle is deliciously clumsy as you hit nitro boosts, dodge rival castles, and strap cannons, mortars, and wizard towers onto your frame. It's chaotic, wonderfully janky, and proves driving a building into battle is peak gaming.
Dirty work.
And taking the #1 spot is Streets of Rogue 2, an absurdly chaotic open-world roguelike where your ultimate goal is to topple a corrupt president by literally any means necessary. You can hire a private army, trigger a zombie apocalypse, or just relax and build a quiet farm. The freedom is totally unhinged. Now, the solo dev did hit us with a delay because, in his own words, he's terrible at estimating time. Classic. It's taking a little longer to cook, but when a game lets you drive a truck through a building to fight the government, it's definitely worth the wait.
Streets of Rogue 2 is an immersive open-world sandbox dialed up to 11.
That's all for today's list. Subscribe and like for more exciting new roguelike and roguelite games. That's it, and see you next time.